Well, yes, sir, I do. But you see, people are afraid of him too. In the road, little boys always run away from him and hit him. Then the police get angry because people are afraid. Sometimes they take us to the prison. I see, I said. Well, how can he come to the hospital then? Bring a cab, sir, said Silcock. You can take him to the hospital in a cab. So next day at 7 o'clock, I came to the shop in a cab. There were not very many people in the road because it was early in the morning. In November, it is dark at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I could not see the shop very well. I waited 5 minutes. A postman walked past. Then the door of the shop opened, and the creature Merrick came out. I could not see his face or his body. He had an enormous black hat on his head, like a big box. A grey cloth came down from the hat, in front of his face. There was a hole in the cloth in front of his eyes. He could see out of the hole, but I could not see in. He wore a long black coat too. The coat began at his neck and ended at his feet, so I could not see his arms, his body, or his legs. On his feet he wore big shoes like old bags. He had a stick in his left hand, and he walked very slowly. I opened the door of the cab and got out. "Good morning, Mr. Merrick," I said. "Can you get in?" "Help my steps," he said. "I'm sorry," I said. "I don't understand." For a minute he stood by the door of the cab and said nothing. Then he hit the cab with his stick. "Steps," he said loudly. "Help me up the steps." Then I understood. There were 3 steps up into the cab, and he could not get up them. "Yes, I see. I'm sorry," I said. "Let me help you." I took his left hand and began to help him. My right hand was behind his back. I felt very strange. His left hand was like a young woman's, but his back under the coat was horrible. I could feel the bags of old skin on his back under the coat. He put one enormous foot on the first step, and then he stopped. After a minute, he moved his second foot slowly. Then he stopped and waited again. "Hello, sir. Can I help you?" I looked behind me. It was a postman, and behind him I could see 3 young boys. One of the boys laughed. The postman smiled. "Is the gentleman ill?" he asked. I thought quickly. "Yes, but this is a lady, not a gentleman. I'm a doctor, and she is ill. Take her hand so I can help her better." The postman took Merrick's left hand, and I helped him with 2 hands from behind. Slowly, very slowly, Merrick went up the steps and into the cab. One boy was very near the cab. He called to his friends, "Come and see this, boys." A fat lady in a black coat, and looked at the enormous hat. The boys laughed. They were very near the cab too now. I closed the door quickly. "Thank you," I said to the postman. "That's all right, sir," he said. "She's a strange lady, sir. Isn't she?" "She's ill, that's all," I said quickly. We are going to the hospital. Goodbye and thank you. The cab drove down the road to the hospital. I looked at Merrick. That was difficult, wasn't it? I said. At first he said nothing, but then he spoke. His voice was very strange, but I listened to him carefully, and I could understand him. The steps were very difficult, he said, but most things are difficult for me. Yes, I said. Nothing is easy for you, isn't it? No, he said. He was very quiet for a minute. Then he said, "Who are you, sir?" "Who am I? Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Dr. Treves. Here, this is my card." I gave him a card with my name on. Then I thought, that was no good. This man can't read. But Merrick took the card and looked at it very carefully. Then he put it in his trousers pocket. I did not talk to him very much at the hospital. I looked at his hand and arms and legs and body very carefully. Then I wrote the important things about him in a little book. A nurse helped me. Merrick looked at her sometimes, but she did not smile at him or talk to him. I think she was afraid of him. I think Merrick was afraid too, because he was very quiet. At 4 o'clock, I took him back to the shop in a cab. The next day, I looked in the shop window again, but the picture was not there. A letter to the Times. I did not see Merrick again for 2 years. Then, one day, the police found him. He had my card in his hand, so they brought him to the London hospital. He was very tired, hungry, and dirty, so I put him to bed in a quiet little room. But he could not stay at the hospital. He was not ill, and of course the beds in the hospital are for ill people. We have no beds for hungry people or ugly people. I told the hospital chairman, Mr. Cargom, about Merrick. He listened carefully, and then he wrote a letter to the editor of the Times newspaper. From the Times, December 4th, 1884. A letter to the editor. Dear Sir, I am writing to you about a man in our hospital. He needs your help. His name is Joseph Merrick, and he is 27 years old. He is not ill, but he cannot go out of the hospital because he is very, very ugly. Nobody likes to look at him, and some people are afraid of him. We call him the Elephant Man. 2 years ago, Merrick lived in a shop near the London hospital. For 2 pence, people could see him and laugh at him.